Hello, friends. Okay, so we'll go ahead and post the shopping link in the comments. So this is where you can find all of the makeup and the tools and everything that I use in this live. So if you have never seen one of my tutorials before, make sure to hashtag newbie in the comments so I can welcome you. But we're going to do some fall makeup, which when I think of fall, I think of like reds and oranges and like brown nudes and just warm colors. And I feel like this really gravitates with a lot of people because a lot of people really like fall makeup, like all year round. So hopefully you guys like it. So I am doing my live and I can't see comments for this one, unfortunately. So make sure to, you can still comment. I have Ash, my handy dandy assistant. You can't see you. Here's her. Oh yeah, you can do her hand. Say hi. So she's here to help read the comments. So if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and comment below and Ash will read them aloud to me and I'll answer them. So make sure you have your volume up and that you have your comments on because she'll also be she'll be transcripting me in the comments. All right, so I went ahead and shook up my liquid foundation in the shade Lace. I'm going to throw up my hair really fast. If you guys missed it, I did my mom's makeup yesterday with the new foundation. It is so flawless. She looked so, so beautiful, and she ended up calling me last night when she was taking off her makeup, and she's like, my makeup still looks exactly like you did it. And I was like, that's so awesome. I love amazing reviews like that. So if you've tried the new foundation, because I feel like a lot of you guys have had time to get it. If you have tried it and you love it, let me hear what your reviews are in the comments. I'm so excited to see all your flawless, beautiful faces. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and apply. Oopsies, I'm going to need that brush. Hold on.
Someone said, do you like the new La Duo Grande?
For the new La Duo Grande, I actually have shorter hair, so the old version is best for me. But if you have longer hair than I do, like past your shoulders, then I would do the La Duo Grande. But it's the same exact tool, just longer. So it's actually really awesome. I kind of am tempted to get it for Royce, my daughter. She sometimes likes me to curl her hair, and she has difficult to curl hair, one, because she's 5 and she doesn't sit still, and 2, she has really curly fine hair, and obviously it's not color treated, and I don't like to apply a lot of heat on it, so I like using the La Duo when I do her hair, so I might get it, because that's actually a better one for her, because she obviously has long hair.
Your hair still looks so good after washing it.
I know, I'm so surprised. I thought it was gonna like all wash out, but it's actually still like there. It's actually kind of prettier, because it's like a hint, you know?
Laura says, the new foundation is amazing, looks airbrushed, felt like I have nothing on.
Awesome. I love that review. I'm curious, can you guys hear Ash's voice? Because I'll repeat what she's saying if you can't. But I'm going to use the Serum Plus foundation in the shade Lace now. I'm scooching my mirror closer if you're wondering what I was doing. And this foundation, the more you shake it, the thicker the coverage. So, and that's actually so true with it, because I actually used it once and forgot to shake it, and I squirted it out and it was like kind of runny, and I was like, oh, that's weird. It hasn't been like this before. I was like, oh, I forgot to shake it. So shaking it is going to be a really crucial part in getting that really flawless coverage. So how much I put on right now is about 3.5 drops. If you, again, watched my mom's makeup tutorial yesterday, we did her whole face with 3 drops. And she looked so flawless. Someone else messaged me yesterday and they're like, okay, tell me I wasn't like tripping out. And I was like, what are you going to say? She was like, it looked like the longer your mom was wearing that foundation, it matched her skin even better. Like it was changing colors. And I was like, yes, you noticed. It is such a trip. And this is a newer technology within the last, I don't know, a couple years. I remember it was another company called like Maybelline or maybe L'Oreal that had this concealer that did that. That would match and morph to your skin. This foundation has the same technology. So when you put it on, like watch this live. Right now, I'm looking at myself, I'm like, ooh, this looks a little bit light, but watch as it just morphs to match my skin. So it's kind of cool because I can actually wear the shades Lace, Eyelet, and Taffeta in this foundation. So amazing. So if you need to be color matched, just comment color match down below and I'll give you a recommendation. So that was about 3-ish drops that I used with the Kabuki brush to blend out all over. And now I'm going to go in with just a little bit more.
Couple questions on primer. Do you still use it with this new foundation? What about dry skin, etc.?
And did they say they can hear you or no?
Yes, they can hear me.
Okay, cool. Primer, yes. You are definitely going to want to make sure you use your primer. I know sometimes with serum foundations you don't have to because it does have skincare infused in it. But in my personal experience, if I don't use primer, I can see my fine lines, creases, and pores. So primer is going to be as important as it's ever been. So I do my same pre-makeup routine, which is going to be the Touchable Hold setting spray, the mattifying face primer, and then the setting spray again. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really important to make sure you stick with that pre-makeup routine. I even tried doing my makeup where I didn't set it with the, sorry, I have a little mark, with the setting powder. I just set with the pressed powder, and it worked. Like, it looked good and it set really easily, but because I have oily skin, I felt like I needed the setting powder as well. So I'm going to stick with my same exact routine, and I encourage you guys to do so as well.
Okay, some people can't hear me, so.
Okay, so she asked if primer was important or not. So I said yes. All right, so now I'm going to use my Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza on my under eye. This is the same product that I used on my mom last night and really, really swear by. This concealer is the one that has the caffeine infused in it that gives your under eye like a gorgeous highlighted look, but also like firming effect on your under eye. So it's phenomenal if you have a lot of puffiness or loss of elasticity on your under eye area. And all of these products come in the September special that I've used, and they're on sale. So it's only available for this month. So next month, all these products will be full price and not be able to be in a bundle. So if you haven't yet, definitely make sure you take advantage of it before it's gone, because like I said, this only comes around 1, maybe 2 times a year. So definitely don't wait.
I have large pores that don't seem to go away with mattifying primer. Any tips?
I have large pores that don't seem to go away with mattifying primer. What are the tips? A couple things. Making sure that you're using the unique rose water and eye cream before you put on your makeup. Both of those things are toners and are going to help to shrink up the pores. Also, keep doing your mattifying face primer and use your setting spray before and after. Both of those are really going to help with pores. And also making sure that you're using the brightening face mask. It's a gold face mask. You put it on your skin, you let it dry, and you peel it off after it's fully dry. This also helps to shrink pore size. Okay, so I'm going to take the Touchable Hold translucent setting powder now and use a just a flat sponge with this. I sprayed it with my setting spray just to get it to cling on there really well. And what I really love using this product for is preventing creasing, fine lines. Also does shrink pore appearance as well if you have more oily skin. If you have more dry skin, you can use the Prime to Set powder like I did on my mom yesterday. So again, if you missed out on that live, make sure you watch it on the replay because I give you guys a lot of tips for different type of skin and application. Okay, so we're just going to sweep away any of this excess. And again, if you need to be color matched, just go ahead and comment color match down below. And then make sure you're checking your requested folder because that's where my message will go if we've never talked before. So it's like a spam folder. So make sure to check that area. And then also I always write back to my comments. So if you're not seeing a response, make sure to scroll up into the comments and or just message me. If you're like, I haven't gotten a response yet, just send me a message because I promise you I either commented back to you or I've messaged you.
Does the primer have silicone?
Does not. No. None of the primers have silicone. Except for the Glorious Face Primer, which is the black tube. But I think that one's out of stock. And I think it's going to be discontinued anyway. Okay, so now we're going to do bronzer. So this is going to be an important step with this fall makeup look because when you think bronzer, typically you think like summertime. But this is going to be actually really important for warming up your complexion no matter what time of the year. So even if you feel like your makeup matches perfectly, this is still going to help with the overall appearance of your makeup because it gives your warmth back to your skin so you don't look washed out from using foundations and concealers and stuff like that around the jawline. Now the shade Sunset is still available, but it is while supplies last. I don't know what the stock looks like on that. So that's a really good product to add to your cart to get that free shipping because the September special is $99 and you get free shipping at $100. So it's perfect for grabbing.
How does your mom keep from enhancing her fine lines using the concealer? Seems like mine are more seen.
So how to prevent your fine lines from showing with concealer is using less. So I should have done this to her yesterday, but I was like spacing out because I was talking to you guys. Doing a dot here and a dot here, and then taking your blending bud and blending down, then up, is going to help limit the amount of product that's on there. And then also making sure that you're exfoliating. There's the exfoliating face mask on my website. Can't recommend it enough for removing dead skin, which also can contribute to your fine lines showing more like deeply. So it's under skincare and it's the exfoliating face mask. Okay, so my favorite blush for fall is the shade Supple. This is a peachy shade of blush. It's really pigmented compared to our other ones. So my tip for you is tap your setting powder brush in here and then tap it into the mirror to lessen the amount, and then kind of like dust it on your cheek versus like swiping, because it is going to be, like I said, a little bit more pigmented, but it gives your skin like a really pretty peachy kind of warmth look to it, and it's very complimenting against the bronzer. So we're just going to tap this onto our cheek just like this, and then you can even turn your brush where it's empty and then kind of apply over that as well. Another tip too, if you ever apply a blush and it looks too dark or too intense, you can always take your powder brush and go over it as well, which I just realized I didn't even put on pressed powder. I was wondering why I look so different. I'm like, wow, I look really kind of like pale today. So let's go ahead and go back in with our pressed powder. It's okay. It's all good. We can layer this right on top. All right, so I'm just gonna apply this all over to help to set and to even out my complexion. So I use the shade Lace in the foundation, but now I'm going in with the shade Taffeta in my pressed powder. And it's totally okay if you have to go backwards like this. It still will do its job. And if anything, it's gonna like lighten up your contour and blush. So you can do this step third or whatever step number this is. But look how just more soft my skin looks instantly. It's crazy.
A couple of people asking what's the difference between the new and the old liquid foundation.
Okay, so the difference between the old foundation and the new foundation is so much, you guys, like so much. So the new foundation has skincare infused in it. So it has flower extract, it has a blurring technology in it, it has sodium hyaluronic acid. Did I say it right?
Kind of. There's no D in that word.
Hyaluronic.
Hyaluronic.
Hyaluronate acid, which is a hydrating and a plumping effect to your skin, so it retains water, so it helps your skin like plump in a good way, so it helps your skin look smoother. So that's why it's the best for fine lines and wrinkles, because as opposed to a liquid foundation that just kind of like your skin is a sponge and just back into your skin, your fine lines, your pores, your wrinkles, this is going to do the opposite. It's going to kind of push back and help to plump the skin. So the old foundation didn't have any of that. None of that. It was just a straight foundation. This has, that's why it's called a Serum Plus, because it has skincare infused in it. It's also better coverage, it's smudge proof, it's transfer proof. Sorry, there's someone in my driveway. So much difference. Huge difference. I hope that helps.
Someone said, who's the lady reading the questions?
That's my assistant, Ash. You can show your hand. See, there she is. I can't see my comments for some reason going live this way, so she's here live with us and she's reading the comments. So that's the lady in the back. Okay, so now I'm going to use a new highlight. I figured I could use this because I feel like I haven't in a long time, and it's really pretty. So we're going to do the Touch of the Mode Luminizer. So this is a stick. It's a cream-based highlight. If you weren't wearing foundation, I would suggest applying straight on the skin and blending it out. Because it's a stick foundation, it's going to be a little hard, so I wouldn't recommend doing it over your foundation. You don't want to move anything. So what I like to do is take it on my finger, and we're using it in the shade Lustrous, which is a really pretty bronze. And then you're just going to take your finger and just blend, just like tapping it on wherever you want it. So like bridge and tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, wherever you want to put it. It is a little bit more pigmented than the powder, but like I said, it's a cream based, dries into a powder finish. You can blend it out with the brush, which we're going to do next, but this is a really pretty product to have on hand, especially if you're not a foundation wearer, because you can apply it straight on the skin, and it's really illuminizing. It's really pretty. Isn't that gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Do you need the pressed powder if you use prime to set powder and don't have oily skin?
If you were trying to between the two, I would actually recommend to do the pressed powder over the prime to set powder. Prime to set powder has a water releasing technology in it. So when the powder hits the skin, it releases almost like a water-like texture, which helps to hydrate. It is a clear formula, so it has a tendency to make you look washed out because there's no color to it. What the pressed powder has is shea butter and vitamin E. So that's actually going to hydrate the skin just like the prime to set would, except it's also providing a softer, more porcelain doll look and will even out the coverage. So if you're trying to decide between setting powder and pressed powder, I would do, oh, I forgot my wedding ring in my room. I would recommend the pressed powder. Plus it's on sale in the special. So is the prime to set powder too. But so if you're trying to decipher what you should get, I would do mattifying face primer, touch bold setting spray, and this is all on sale in one bundle. Foundation, the Serum Plus. I would do the pressed powder. I use the shade Taffeta. The Skin Solution Concealer, go one shade down from your foundation, and the Kabuki brush. So this is all the products that you get in the September Special Plus. So it's $155, you get free shipping, and you get all of these. They're all full size. It's literally these products. And if you're not sure what color you are in the pressed powder, foundation, or concealer, just comment color match down below and I'll message you. So this is what I would get for anyone, any skin type, no matter what, because this is a flawless bundle. Like, that's why it's called the Flawless 4, because that's all you need to just look incredible. So that's what I would recommend.
I really struggle with using a blending bud. What am I doing wrong? To rub it or dab it on your face?
You're going to bounce it like this. Bounce, 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 bounce. Make sure they're damp. So squeeze them underneath the water and then turn the water off and then squeeze them till no water falls from them. Then they're ready to use. So they should feel like damp. They should feel wet.
Any plans this weekend?
I am hosting a baby shower tomorrow, and then Abel has his first baseball game on Sunday.
Did you say twice a week for the exfoliating mask?
At least. You can do it more, but at least twice. Okay. So now that our face is done, now I'm going to go in with the brow sculpting pencil and do my brows real quick with this. Yesterday I used the brow pomade and powder on my mom. So if you want to see how to use the other brow products offered, those are also available. But this is the one that has the argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it. And really, really love that because it's helping your brows to actually grow while you're using it. So I just kind of outline and color in ever so slightly. Because see, now I have like gaps, and that's totally on purpose because now we're going to take the little brush that it comes with and smooth all that out so it's going to look really, really soft and blended. And it also has like a gel-like texture infused in it, so it's going to help to lay the brow hair down. So if you're like me and you have kind of longer brow hair, this is a game changer because it actually lays it down so we don't have any crazy flyaways. But look how much like elevated it like pulls your whole face. If you have hooded eyes or smaller eyes, you need to be filling out your eyebrows because look at that difference. It looks like oh, I thought that was glass.
I thought it was.
It looks like I have so much more room on this side. So definitely make sure you're filling out your eyebrows. And if you have a hard time with it, the brow sculpting pencil is really easy to use. And then if you're more inclined to powder pomade, you can use that instead.
A lot of people asking what, like if I'm this in foundation, what am I in this in concealer? So we'll comment those.
Yeah, so if you're asking what color you are, if you're this in foundation, what should you wear in that in concealer, make sure to have your comments on because I'm going to comment back and tell you the answer. But I wonder if I can like rattle them all off without confusing everyone.
And someone says, why do the blending buds need to be damp?
Because if they're dry, they kind of absorb the foundation. If the blending buds are not damp, they can absorb foundation, if you didn't hear what the question was. All right, now I'm taking the eyeliner in the shade Perfect and applying this on my waterlines, which is my favorite eyeliner It is smudge proof, doesn't give you raccoon eyes. It's only $15 all by itself, but you can actually get it on sale in the Eye Essential bundle, which is another bundle that is offered always, and that is any eyeliner, any mascara, and any liquid eyeshadow, like the one in the shade Reverent that I used on my mom yesterday.
Does the brow pencil adhere to the skin better if you are missing brow hair?
They both would. You can use the pomade or powder or the pencil. They both are the same basis of ingredients. One's just more of a softer gel versus a powder. So I would suggest either or.
Can you give us a peek at the back of your hair, pretty please?
Yes. If they didn't hear the comment, they're like, what is she doing?
She's out of here.
All right, so now let's do our eyeshadow. All right, so like I said, we're going to go more fall. So let me collect. So I'm going to rattle off what you'd be in concealers. If you are the shades Scarlet, Tulle, Scarlet and Tulle, you're going to use the shade Scarlet in concealer. If you are the shades Organza, Lace, Velour, you're going to use the shade Organza in the concealer. If you are the shades Taffeta, Eyelet, Chiffon, Eyelet and Taffeta, you're going to use the shade Velour in the concealer. If you are the shades Chiffon, Satin, Linen, Khaki, then you are the shade Taffeta in concealer. Anyone tanner than that, you need to message me because that's all I got for you. I need to look at a chart. I need tanner than that. I hope that helped. All right. So, and there's some wiggle room in that too. So if you're like, I wear a different one, just message me if you have any further questions on colors. So for this eye look first, I'm going to go in with the shade Astute in the pressed eyeshadow. And I'm actually going to pop this on my eye all over and into the crease as well with the fluffy crease brush. Is there any more questions?
Someone got sent 2 pomades, so I'm messaging her the customer service.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, they'll rectify that immediately. All right, so now just blend, blend, blend. So this is the shade Astute, which is one of my favorite lighter browns. It looks super pretty on, and it's a really good neutral to have. You can wear it like this, or you can wear it in the crease like I always do. Sky's the limit. All right, now I'm going to go with the shade Impish, which is a really pretty like caramel. And I'm going to apply this all over as well, but not like right here in the center. And this is going to just give this eye look a little bit more warmth from the orange color. Do you guys remember the shade Gingerly? It was a pressed eyeshadow from Unique, and it was everyone's favorite. If you were to layer Impish and Astute, it pretty much equals that color. Fun fact. And then I'm going to take a liner brush and grab that shade again, which was Impish, and then underline our eyes with this. The house next door to us is for sale, and so I think they're having like open houses and stuff, so it's so weird seeing like all these random people. So if anyone wants to be our neighbor. Okay.
A lot of people are saying like, oh, I'm not doing the same concealer that you suggested, even though I'm this or that. They're worried about looking bad.
No. And that's why I had mentioned that too. Like, it's okay if you're, if you didn't hear Ash, some of you guys are saying like your concealer is different than what I had said, and that's okay if it matches, great. But like I said, there's wiggle room with that because it just depends how bright you want your under eye. So you can go more like on the same color of your foundation if that's what you want, or a little bit lighter. I wouldn't go darker. That's the main thing. But if you're like using 2 or 3 shades down, your under eyes will look really bright. But honestly, you can't go wrong because it's concealer. So like I had said, just message me if you guys have questions or concerns about your concealer color. But as long as you're using a pressed powder over it, everything will even out. It'll look stunning. All right, so now we're going to take the shade Nonsensical. So with the pressed eyeshadows, you get so many choices. So you can actually buy them by themselves like this. I think this is like $12. Or you can buy them in the quad, which is the 4. Or you can buy them in this guy, which is the 8. And they're all magnetized, so you just pop them in and out. So you can also buy them in an 8. And then we also sell a refillable palette, which holds 25. And this is cool because it has a little mirror, too. So there's also that option as well. So the pressed eyeshadows are my favorite. They have primer infused in them, so they're super, super great for all eyes. Now I'm going to take the shade Nonsensical, and I'm just going to apply this on mostly the outer corner, just to create a little depth to the eye. So just applying. Again, fluffy crease brush is life. It works for every eye color, every eye shape. If you don't have this eyeshadow brush, you need it. It is crucial on getting really, really perfect looking eyeshadow application. Okay. Then I'm going to take my liner brush and grab that color and then go right over Impish, which was that orangey shade. All right, and then I'm gonna take the Deluxe brush and grab this shade right here, which is Delirious, or Delicious. I think it's Delicious. And I'm going to press this on the inner corner and then go up to the crease and then stop about mid-eye.
Delirious would be funny though.
I know. I think it's Delicious. Delicious. Either way. Once you see it on the site, you'll be like, Rhea, you can't read. All right, so now that we kind of press that on, we'll go ahead and use our fluffy crease brush really fast. And now the most important part is blending. This is the blending brush. You got to get this. There's nothing on this color or this brush, so we're just going to go around the outskirts of the eye, and this is going to be really important for softening that outer line, so it just kind of blends really nicely. And don't like ignore the inner corner of the eye. Just kind of take it back and forth like a rainbow. You can even have like a little napkin underneath you to wipe it off, because we're just blend, blend, blend. The more you blend, the better it looks.
Do you have any tips on how to clean those big palettes?
I usually will like take a paper towel and spritz it with Windex, and then you'll just like wipe over it. Or you could take all your eyeshadows out and then use Windex on it. It's what I do. All right, so now that our eyes are done, let's go ahead and set our makeup, which is super, super important. And that is the Touch Bold Setting Spray, which is also an option in the special. And I'm going to use that before and after my primer, and then when I'm done with my makeup, which is going to be really important. And let it dry.
The wind feels nice.
I'll be your fan, girl. I'll be your galaxy. All right, so now we're going to use our Lash Primer, which if you have really short eyelashes, I really hope you'll go back and watch my live that I did with my mom, because we talked a lot about how to get your eyelashes to, or the better way to apply mascara for smaller lashes.
Someone asked how to clean your brushes. I'm sending them the link.
How to clean your makeup brushes. I use a laundry detergent bar called Zote, Z-O-T-E. You can get it at Walmart or Amazon. And I have a tutorial on how to do it saved on my YouTube channel. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, I hope you will go and subscribe. All you have to do is search Rhea Hope. And then I also have that tutorial also saved on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, my name there also is Rhea Hope. So I hope you go follow me there. I also have... I'm going to be posting it on my TikTok as well, so If you're on TikTok, I hope you'll follow me. My name there is Rhea Hope, except the O in Hope is a 0. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and apply our Twisted Mascara, which, like I said yesterday, I hope you guys will go back and watch my tutorial on my mom that I did yesterday, because I show you guys how to apply eyeshadow for hooded eyes. And I showed you guys how to apply your mascara if you have smaller eyelashes and or hooded eyes. I'll also be posting my mom's makeup tutorial in my newsletter this week, which also is going to have an exclusive offer for you guys, an exclusive deal just for subscribers. So if you aren't yet, go to my website, which is rheahope.com, and then you'll click subscribe at the bottom of my website, and then you'll go to your email and you'll confirm the subscription. So make sure to subscribe to my blog, which I'll also be doing a blog post on Botox and lip filler and answering the most common questions and showing you guys some cool before and after photos of myself. So make sure that you are subscribed to the blog, rheahope.com, for that. And then I always like to tell you guys to check out the codes and partnerships tab, because that's where I have like all of my discounts. Any discount code you could possibly think of is probably there. If you've ever been shopping and you're like, oh, I want a discount, go check codes and partnerships and see if I have one for you.
I'm speaking at a funeral next week. Is Twisted Mascara waterproof?
It is really water resistant, and I'm sorry you have to do that. That's tough. I would definitely make sure that you have the Serum Plus foundation. That is going to be a really, really good one to help to hold in place. All right, so we're going to line our lips, and this is a lip liner by MAC. It's the shade Strip Down. Okay, lip liner's on, and then we're going to take the shade Moneyed in the matte lipsticks. And this is my favorite lipsticks ever because they're creamy, they're matte, and they have really good hold. Okay, blend that out. And then I'm going to take the shade Minted and pop that on over it. And this lightens up the color.
What's the importance of lip liner?
Lip liner helps your lips look plumper and also prevents your lipstick from bleeding into your skin. So I do really recommend to use lip liner. We have some colors of lip liner that they're kind of all over the place. We have like a really bright pink, a lighter pink, a mauve red, a red, and then like a peachy tone is all the lip liners we offer right now. One, they're only $15 and they are really, really good. I just am such a nude lip fan that I always gravitate towards nude colors. But again, make sure that you head to my page, Rhea Hope, today, and that you click on that follow button and you create me as a favorite, because when and if we launch lip liners, I will be first to know, which makes you first to know. So make sure to go to my page and make sure you do that ASAP.
Make sure they subscribe to the website.
RheaHope.com?
Yeah.
So if you haven't yet, make sure you go to RheaHope.com and click that subscribe button also, because that's also where I will be announcing any new products that Unique creates. So make sure you do that too. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the little fall tutorial. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what kind of makeup looks you want to see next. And make sure to shop right here, uniqueproducts.com/RheaHope, or on my website, rheahope.com. Comment color match if you guys need any help, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye.